From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for October 10th, 2016. I'm Seth Hawk.
And I'm Samantha Charles. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University's Confucius Institute is part of a global network of 500 Confucius Institutes. 109 are which in the United States, and over the weekend, representatives from approximately 13 states gathered on Troy's Montgomery campus. Jordan Elston has the details from our Montgomery News Bureau.
Chinese language teachers gathered on Troy's Montgomery campus Friday and Saturday for the 6th annual Southeast Chinese Language Association Conference.
This is the conference that associates all the Confucius Institutes within the southeastern portion of the United States. Currently, right now, there are over 400 Confucius Institutes in the United States, and Troy University's Confucius Institute is hosting this year's annual conference.
The conference began with workshops on Friday and featured keynote speaker Olinka Bilash on Saturday.
Well, I was invited to give a talk that would appeal to Chinese language teachers who may have a good background in linguistics and a good curriculum, but may not have as strong a background in pedagogy.
The conference is aimed at helping Chinese language teachers better instruct their students, and they may even get extra credit if they can remember the special acronym that Bilash created for them when they return to their classrooms.
BSLIM, which means Bilash's Success Guided Language Instructional Model. And I hope that they will take away a couple of things. One of them is not to forget the emotional dimension of learning instead of only the cognitive, and that a student's feeling of success is just as important as their actual score.
Although the conference was aimed at teachers, there were students that participated as well. One student shares why he attended the conference.
I've done a lot of help for the Confucius Institute, and I have some friends, a lot of friends here, and I take Chinese.
The conference concluded with roundtable discussions on Saturday evening. In Montgomery, Jordan Elston, Troy TrojanVision News.
Troy's Confucius Institute is located in Bibb Graves Hall on the Troy campus.
Residents of the Troy community gathered at the Troy University track Sunday afternoon to bring the issue of suicide into the light. It was a time for remembrance, prayer, and sending a message Sunday afternoon during Troy's second annual Suicide Prevention Out of the Darkness Walk.
This is an event of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Out of the Darkness Walk to raise awareness and discuss prevention issues surrounding suicide.
Students, organizations, and everyday Troy citizens turned up at the Troy University track, which left an impression on Debbie Leonard.
I am impressed. They just started this event last year here in Troy, and I was impressed last year. It's run really well because it's on the campus, there's really good support from different organizations and the students in general.
At this event, everyone was walking for a purpose, some to remember lost loved ones, and some to support friends and family.
I'm walking personally to support one of my sorority sisters whose sister committed suicide about a year ago. She was really young, and I just really wanted to support her at the walk to say that I support her family and that it's hard to lose someone like that, and that I hope that no one else has to lose anyone like that.
I've lost a couple of friends to suicide, and I think that it's important to let people know that it can be prevented if they get the right help. And a couple of my sisters are here with my sorority, and we're just walking together for all the people that we've lost.
For me, it's remembering my son who died from suicide, and it's a challenge for me to get out information and to get out the message of hope for those who are hurting and for people that are surrounding those hurting, to help them learn how to be a support group, to get their friend, their family member, their loved ones to the professional help that they need.
This walk was brought to campus by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Saturday morning, CrossFit competitors put in a workout that changed lives as they broke a sweat to help provide clean drinking water to third world countries. Justin Walker shows us how.
On Saturday morning, participants from around the state came to Troy's CrossFit Ilium to compete in the 5th annual WOD for Water event. The event was used to raise money for an organization called Never Thirst.
Never Thirst is an organization that a group of us have always believed in. They use clean water to advance the gospel of Jesus all over the globe. So that's why we've already partnered with them. So 5 years ago we saw that and it got our attention. And we said this is something that we want to do in Troy.
While this was a competition, participants came together as one unit to raise money for this good cause. Fun fact for the day, 100% of the donations will be donated to Wad for Water.
We don't touch the money. It goes directly to the cause where it's supposed to go. And every dollar they're given is partnered with somebody else's dollar. And that's able to advance the gospel of Jesus but provide clean water so that people can survive.
One participant said that even though she entered the competition just for fun, she was proud to be a part of a worthy cause.
Well, this is my first CrossFit competition. I really just wanted to do it for fun, but I think the cause is really awesome. It allows us to, even if we can't get on a plane and go over there, we can do our part to help and give back to those people who are less fortunate than us.
To donate, you can visit wadforwatertroy.com and click on the donation tab linking to Never Thirst's page. Justin Walker, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Wad for Water raised over $120,000 on Saturday, far exceeding this year's goal of $100,000. Troy University's yearbook, the Palladium, is known for capturing the memories of all the fun activities on campus.
However, the Palladium staff created some fun activities of their own with a yearbook release party Friday night. Jamal Kennedy has the details.
Madness out on the main quad Friday night. Okay, well, not the madness you may be thinking of, but the Palladium Troy University's yearbook hosted its Palladium Madness for students and more to come out and enjoy.
We're throwing the inaugural concert for the Palladium yearbook staff, and we're distributing yearbooks for the last year. And we have 11 organizations that are joining us. That includes SGA, the BCM, Spectrum Alliance, the Resident Association, Hospitality and Tourism Management. They're just coming together to give you information about their organizations.
To organize an event that included many different clubs and organizations around campus, it took planning ahead of time.
I have been planning this event since last May, last school year, but it finally came together in August when I got the quad reserved. But my whole staff has been phenomenal. I have 32 people on the marketing staff, but the Palladium has 72 people, and we're always recruiting, and they're amazing, and I really appreciate all of their hard work.
The yearbooks distributed on Friday night covered events from the 2015-16 school year, and that was something that excited one student.
I'm pretty excited. I am involved in band and TrojanVision, so it'll be pretty cool to see pictures that they've taken that I was in.
With the Palladium having planned this last semester, some students were still surprised that they were even able to pull all of this off.
I think it's pretty cool. You know, I didn't know they did this. I didn't know it was such a big thing, and having an event just for the Palladium is pretty cool, and other clubs can come out and get their names out. That's pretty neat.
I think it's awesome. It's allowing students to come out here and see different organizations that are lined up and then also listen to some good music, so it's really cool.
Anyone interested in joining the Palladium can email them at palladium.troy.edu. Jamal Kennedy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
If you want to be included in next year's Palladium, they will be taking pictures tomorrow from 8 to 5 in the Trojan Center food court.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening, Trojan fans. It is officially homecoming week, and for us Trojan sports fans, homecoming week means we finally get to see the football team take the field this weekend. Now, last week, we all had to endure a week without Trojan football in the first bye week of the season. It was a pretty long week. And while we patiently await its return to the field, the Trojan football team sits pretty at a 4-1 record on the season.
To have Johnson back down the seam, right on target, and there's the quick strike offense.
It's been 5 straight games and 3 road trips for the Trojan football team.
Silvers, Douglas, Enzo. The gamble pays off.
Now 4-1 on the season, and coming off a bye week, the players say was much needed.
It's where we needed it, and it's a good time for us.
Gave the guys off over the weekend, gave them some time off last Sunday, Monday as well. Needed to refresh their body and their minds.
And speaking of being refreshed, after 5 straight contests, the Trojans look to do just that.
Too easy.
Practicing a total of 3 times last week.
The biggest part of the bye week is getting our guys refreshed. You know, we were beat up at a few key positions.
We just really focus on us, those 3 practices for those 3 days, and that's what we've really been doing. You know, the whole year, just been really focused on us. And we've done pretty well so far.
And as for this season's first bye week and how to approach a week off, Coach Brown references last season's 2 bye weeks, both of which led to a loss the following week.
We completely overhauled how we went about the bye week compared to last year. We did not play very good football coming off bye weeks last year if you look at the scores of the games that we played, so we changed things up and hopefully have a better recipe this time.
This Saturday's homecoming game against Georgia State will kick off at 2:30 p.m. And the Trojan soccer team took down in-state rival South Alabama Friday night for the first time since 2013. The Trojans defeated the Jags 1-0 at the Cage on Friday, and it was the Jaguars' first loss against a Sun Belt Conference opponent in 33 matches. Kirsten Edlund scored the game's only goal in the 7th minute, for her first career goal. Mickey Lewis saved 5 shots in the game, and Troy outshot the Jaguars 13-6. It was also the first match that ended in regulation for the first time in 4 outings for Troy. The Trojans returned home to face Coastal Carolina Friday and Texas State on Sunday for Senior Day. And unlike the soccer team, the volleyball team could not get it done against in-state rival. The Trojans dropped a 3-set match to South Alabama on Saturday at Jaguar Gymnasium in Mobile. The Trojans lost the match with scores of 27-25, 25-20, and 25-16. Each team had 30 digs, but Troy had 19 attack errors in the match. Troy hit 33% in the first set and only had 6 attack errors. In the second and third set saw a combined 13 attack errors, including 9 in the third set. Troy will look to rebound in Trojan Arena on Tuesday night against Florida A&M. The match is the first of 3 at home for the Trojans. First serve against the Rattlers is slated for 6 p.m. So, guys, very exciting weekend for us this week. Saturday, the Trojan football team returns to action for homecoming. So it should be a very fun Saturday against Georgia State.
Yes, I'm extremely excited for the big homecoming game, and hopefully we can grab a win after the bye week. So thanks so much, Ryan.
No problem.